So today I'm going to be talking about why I think that grade school kids should not be allowed to have access to social media. So have you ever seen a kid at a restaurant and he's going out to eat with his family or his friends, and he's just sitting looking, staring down at his phone, whether he's texting somebody on some sort of social media, but regardless, he's not interacting with the people in front of him. I've seen that multiple times, and I think it's kind of irritating because I think the whole point of doing something like that with your family or friends is to hang out with them, to talk to them, interact with them. So some of the reasons why I don't think that they should have access to it is I think it prevents them from acquiring the interpersonal skills that they might need in the future. I think it increases the cyberbullying and getting cyberbullied. And I also think that it raises expectations and basically tells people what they should be like, even though it's non-real, it's unreal. So obviously face-to-face communication is very important. You're going to have face-to-face communication with almost everybody. But the big ones are your teachers in high school, your teachers in college, your doctors, your employers, your coworkers. Communication is key. Communication is how we get messages to one another. And lacking the interpersonal skills would be something that wouldn't make this future as successful. So according to growingwireless.com, 56% of 8 to 12-year-olds have a social media account hooked to their cell phone. And that brings me to believing that social media for kids those age is a gateway to bullying, to cyberbullying. And according to kidshealth.org, 1 in 4 have been victims of cyberbullying, and then 1 in 6 have actually been cyberbullied. I think that having the social media really makes kids not have the confrontation skills, not be able to solve conflicts, not be able to do, much interacting in person. So that's another downfall to it because it could lead to just not being able to know how to solve a conflict properly. Lastly, the expectations. I think that social media and the websites ruin the expectations, and they really tell what we should be rather than what we are. Because the models and all of that stuff that you see on TV are on the social media. For example, there's Carrie Underwood, there's all the Victoria's Secret models, and everyone strives, all the girls anyway, strive to be like the Victoria's Secret model, when in reality, if you look up their diet, it is pretty much just drinking water all day. They hardly eat anything. So basically, wrapping that up, I think it hurts the self-esteem of people, not only girls, but guys too. If you see the guys, they'll have six-pack abs on the TV, when in reality it's not as easy as that. So some solutions to this. I think that you can create family accounts. You can become friends on Facebook. You can plan more face-to-face events with your kids and their friends. And actually, you can also just delay the access of them even having it, because grade school is kind of young to have it anyway. The 2 presentation aids I have, this one is think before you post. The 5 of them are, would your grandma want to see that? Do you really think that's private? Would you say that to someone's face? Is that your work to publish? Or what if someone posted a photo of that like you? This is probably just for kids to basically think, like the title says, think before you post. Because you can get into a lot of trouble if you post something and it doesn't always go away. And the other one, it's about cyberbullying. And it says that Twitter that teens say cruel behavior on Twitter, 23.8%, MySpace, 17.7%, although that is kind of getting out of the picture, Instant Messenger, 15.2%, and the biggest one is Facebook, 92.6%. And I would say most people have the Facebook of all ages, so they can get information from all ages. So overall, even though technology is rapidly growing and social media is becoming more and more popular, I think it's really important for kids to still learn how to be kids, to play outside, to talk with one another, to have those interaction skills with their friends rather than going home and Snapchatting or Facebook messaging or instant messaging. Because like I showed in my presentation aids, cyberbullying is very common and it's very easy accessible. So you just got to be careful with that. Regardless, if you're a parent, I'm sure you would want your kids to have good interpersonal communication skills, and to start those when you're young is the best. And I think that having those interpersonal skills when learned from a younger age will help you have a more successful future. Thank you.